Okay. So in the previous class, we learned how to pass parameters for the servlet, right? How to pass parameters for the servlet. Okay. So today we'll discuss how to handle HTTP requests and HTTP response. See, in the beginning classes, we learned whatever we are sending from client to server, right? Whatever we are sending from client to server. So here we are using JSP at the client side, and here we are using servlets at the server side, right? So here the browser is acting as a client, and the servlet program. So browser means in turn the browser, the program, the client program will write by using HTML, right? By using HTML, we are writing the client program. So servlet, we are writing and we are storing Java file, right? Servlet file. So here, whenever a request is made, the browser is responsible to create a HTTP request. Okay, the browser is responsible to make an HTTP request. So here, as we discussed, it will use hypertext transfer protocol, right? So a request is made and it is sent to the server, right? And it is sent to the server. Now, to make this request, so we need to send it from client machine to the server machine. So how to send? So to send that one, so we can implement this. Okay, we can implement this by using several methods. Okay, by overwriting several methods. All these methods are provided inside the HTTP servlet class. Okay, means we can override this do, delete, do, get, do, head method, do options method, do post method, do put method, and do trace method. Okay, do trace method, right? So we can override this. These methods we can override, and commonly we can use, or we will use either get method or post method. Okay, commonly we will use either get method or post method for handling a form input. So means so when you design a form by using HTML, when you design a form by using HTML, then we should send this data to the server. Okay, we should send this form data to the server. So for that purpose, commonly we will use a get method or post method. Okay, we will use get method or post method, right? So we will see first handling of HTTP get requests. Handling of HTTP get requests. Okay, what is the major difference between get method and the post method, right? So the major difference, just 1 second, I'll get my charger. Okay. Is my voice audible? Is my voice audible? Is my voice audible? Kindly respond, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, as I told, see, keep it in mind. So on a client machine, okay, on a client machine, we will create a form. Let us take, okay. So here, what is there? So color, right? So here it is giving one drop down list like this. It is giving one drop down list, okay. So it will open colors. What are the colors we are having here? See, a list we are having red, green and blue, okay. In the form, a drop down list will be opened, and here one submit button is there, right? So here submit button is there, okay. So we will select any one of this and we will click on this submit button. So when we click on this submit button, this form has to be submitted for the server, right? This form has to be sent for the server. So this sending, for this sending purpose, we can use either get method or post method. Kindly remember, okay. So many of you will get confusion. Get means we are getting the document from the server. Post means we are sending the document from client to server. No. So whatever the request we are doing from the client machine to the server, okay, whatever the request we are doing from client to server can be done either by using this get method or post method. What is the difference between this? See, in get method for testing purpose we can use, okay. For testing purpose we can use, means if we are having any sensitive data in our form, since that data will be embedded along with the URL, okay. Whatever the data, form data we are sending, that data will be embedded along with the URL, okay. Means suppose if we are having like this, so here having like here a green, so URL plus the option is also sent along with the URL. So here the sensitive data, if we are sending any of the sensitive data, passwords or any transaction data or your any business data, whatever it is, if you are sending from one side to another side, since that is embedded inside the URL, so it is not useful. Which one? This get method is not useful because of security issue. Since it is embedded here, so it can be bookmarked, right? It can be bookmarked. So if another person comes and uses the same device, then if we opens this bookmark, automatically the sensitive data which you are having, that can be easily seen by another person, right? Okay. So this is a major disadvantage we are having, but for for code development and testing purpose. As you are a software engineer, you want to test the code, right? You want to test the code, whether the data is sending from client to server, whether the data is embedded to the URL or not. So for that one, that is trial and error method. So we can use this get method. Okay, where the data is embedded along with the URL. So that we will call it as query string. Okay, that we will call it as query string. Okay, query string is nothing but whatever the data we are having inside the form, the data which we want to send from client machine to the server machine, that will be embedded to the URL. So that we will call it as a query string. Okay, here the query string will be attached to the URL itself, and that URL will be sent from client to the server with the case of get method. Whereas in the case of this post method, instead of embedding this data, form data into the URL, it will create a separate HTTP header. Okay, it will create a separate HTTP header, and this packet header, a separate HTTP packet, will be sent for the server. So here the data, the form data or the user data is not embedded to the URL. So hence it is very much useful. So it overcomes the security issues which we are having inside the get method. Okay, it will overcome the security issues which we are having inside the get method. Clear? I hope it is clear now what is get method and what is both are used to send the request from client to server. Both are used to send the request from client to the server. Kindly don't mistake that is get means getting the information from the server. Post means sending the information to the server. No, both are used to send the request for the server. Clear? Clear? Okay, now we'll see how to use this how to handle this HTTP get requests, right? So here I will develop a servlet which will handle an HTTP get request. Whenever a form on the web page is submitted, it will invoke that particular servlet. Okay, whenever a form on the web page is submitted, for example, you just see we are having two files. HTML file is this one. Inside the HTML file, one form is created. Okay, so here action specifies the URL where to locate the servlet. Okay, URL of the servlet, and here we are designing the form. So here we are giving a drop down list for the colors, and we are giving one submit button. Just a form is created where here color is there, and here drop down list is there, right? Here drop down list is there, and here submit button is there. So this is the form we have created by using the HTML, right? So when we click on this HTML, so the request is sent for the server. So it should invoke the servlet. It should invoke the servlet. So where is the servlet? Servlet is here, right? Servlet is here where we are overriding the do get method. Okay, the do get method we are using here because because here the form the form method we are using here is get method. Okay. Okay, so here you just see, observe, we just observe here do get method we are overriding with respect to this servlet. So any HTTP get requests that are sent to this servlet, so it will override. What is there in this? Same as we studied in the previous class. One request object is there and one response object is there, and it may throw servlet exception and also it may throw IO exception. See, so here we are reading the parameter by using the get parameter method, the same code which we studied in the previous class. So this is read and it is stored inside this color variable. Next, as usual, it will set the MIME type as a text or HTML. That is, the browser should interpret whatever it is sending as HTML, right? So next, we are getting a print writer stream. Whatever we are writing into this, that will be returned to the output device. Then we are just printing that color which we are reading, and print writer stream is closed. Okay. So here you should concentrate when HTTP get method is used. When HTTP get method is used, then we will override the do get method to process any HTTP get requests. Okay, if any HTTP get requests are there, to handle this, we will override this do get method. Okay, which includes here a request object as well as a response object, and except that as usual, and remaining thing is the same which we studied in the previous class. Okay, clear? Now as usual, execution is the same. You create a one file for HTML and one more servlet file, then you generate the class file, then you set the path, then you can execute. You start the server and try to execute this one. Okay, execution is the same. So here HTTP GET requests are handled by using the method called as do get method. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you kindly observe here what we are writing in the HTML file. What we are writing in the HTML file. See, HTML body, and we are creating a form called as name for that is form1, right? Then in the action we are specifying the URL of the servlet, URL of servlet. Okay, in the action we are specifying the URL of the servlet. Then we are giving one drop down list, that is a select, and the name for that we are giving color, right? And we are giving for selection purpose red, green and blue. Form is closed, right? And here we are getting one submit button, right? So this is what your HTML file. Then servlet file. Then servlet file. So here we know servlet API consists of javax.servlet as well as javax.servlet.http, right? Okay. Next, the name of the servlet is color get servlet, which will extend this HTTP servlet. Why? Inside this we are having do get method. Okay, HTTP servlet we are having do get method, so we are overriding that, right? So this do get method is taking the arguments, one request object, other one is response object, to receive the request, HTTP request, and to formulate a response for that. Then it is processing here by using get parameter name, get parameter method. It is receiving the parameters which it is getting from the form, then it is writing onto the screen. Okay, very simple example. Similarly, next we are having how to handle HTTP post. HTTP post. So you can just see here. You can just observe here. The URL is this one. Okay, URL sent from browser to server is this one. You just see here. After a question mark, it is sending color is equals to red. Okay. After question mark, it is sending color is equals to red. Suppose if you select this red in the form, then you just see whatever selection we are doing, it is sending along with as a part of the URL. So this is possible with the get method. So hence I told it is vulnerable for attacks, or we cannot use this get method if we want to send some essential data, right, or confidential data. Okay, why? Because of this one only. Since it is embedded along with the URL, later whoever the person goes and see the history along with the URL, this data will be there. It can be bookmarked, right? It can be bookmarked. The history will be present. Yes or no? So these are all vulnerable for the attacks. Hence, there is a security issue with respect to get method. Hence, we are not going to use this get method for security purposes. We will be using post method. But as and when for a trial and error method, means for a development process, just to check whether for a testing purpose we will use get method. Okay, next we are having post method. Okay, next we are having HTTP post request. See, kindly remember, post means here also we are sending request from client to server only. We are sending request from client to server. Post means many of you will confuse. Many of you will confuse with get and post. Get means getting the information from the server. Post means posting the information to the server. No. Both are two different methods to send HTTP requests from client to the server. Okay. Now, similarly, as get method, the only difference here we are having, it will use uh, do post method. Okay. Okay. You just observe here, and the HTML file is the same. HTML file is the same, right? So action we are specifying here, and here also drop down list is created, and submit button one is there. So HTML form is the same. Coming to this servlet part, so here it will change. Okay, and except that remaining thing is the same. Except this remaining thing is same. So here it is using HTTP post method. So hence we will override this do post method, which is there inside the HTTP servlet class, Okay, and remaining thing is same. So here we are getting the parameters by get parameter method. Then we are setting the MIME type. Then we are writing the response to the print stream. Then we are printing that onto the screen. Okay. Here, handling of HTTP request and HTTP get request and HTTP post requests. Here, so only this is the difference you can notice. So kindly go through with the code once. If you are having any doubt, you can just ask me. Okay, any doubt?
Sir, what is the difference between both? Do get and do post.
Which one? See, whatever the request we are making by using get method. Okay, so I told if you are using this get method to send a request from client to the server. Okay, so here the data form data what we want to send, that will be embedded along with the URL. So here URL plus the form data. Okay, so this will be your HTTP request if we are sending the request by using the get method. So to process this one, to process this, so we should override that do get method, which is there inside the HTTP servlet class. Okay, this is a built-in method we are having. Okay, and if a request is coming with respect to this post method, so here a separate HTTP header will be sent, which consists of that form data. To process this, we should override this do post method. Again, this is also inside, both are inside the HTTP servlet class. Okay. Here. Respond, please. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Ashish?
Yes, sir.